Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I tell you what, it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a short one. The short one and a hot one. Actually, that doesn't sound right, does it? I'm saying that because it's quite chilly again outside, but we are here. We are live and direct from somewhere across the universe, somewhere on planet Earth, somewhere in the UK, somewhere in North London. I'm not about to tell you the address. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Granit Xhaka. There's been some news. Someone's been stirring up some news about Granit Xhaka. I don't know who it is. Whoever it is, I might shake their hand. There's some comments as well. Some short comments from Ben White. Remember, he was out, in Qatar. Then we heard some grumblings about there was something happened at home, and it wasn't at home, and I don't know what's going on there, man. And it's actually, the last bit of news will be from Alexander Zinchenko. His thoughts on Eddie Nketiah. A short one, but a hot one. See you on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Cannon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, on a Tuesday, chilly evening over here, and I know we're gonna be out before you even blink your eye because I know there's some World Cup news. There's a game, isn't there? And the thing is, I'm expecting a visitor at 7 p.m. and the game kicks off at 7 p.m. But hey, some things need to be sorted out rather than others. But anyway, welcome back again to Cannon Foy TV. I'm not going to say that. You know what? Let me remove this. I'm not going to say subscribe. Just hit the like button. That's all you have to do. It doesn't cost anything, as far as I can remember. It doesn't. No, it doesn't cost anything. Just hit the like button rather than subscribe. Yeah, that has a lasting effect. Not subscribe. Also, coming to live chat, I can see there's been a couple of comments already. For some reason, it's not coming up here in the live chat onto my right, my left, my right, my left, my right. So coming to live chat, let me know your thoughts about the World Cup, Arsenal, and AC Milan. We beat AC Milan. Yeah, 2-1. I didn't see the game. I saw a little bit. But anyhow, do you know what? Without further ado, let's get into the rumblings of this one over here. First up, there's some news about this gentleman here, this gentle folk. Let's see if we can unscramble this one. Now, this report says critic wants Arsenal star tripped off captaincy after World Cup exit. Ha ha! You thought it was about Granit Xhaka and having the captaincy strip. Well, actually, that happened already, didn't it? Yeah, he got the captain's armband stripped, but he's got it back again in some shape or form. But anyway, Granit Xhaka's role as captain of Switzerland national team is coming under question, with reporter Sasha Rufer arguing that Arsenal's Premier League enforcer should be relieved of the armband, speaking on Die Weltwoche, whatever that is. While the firebrand midfielder appears to have put that tempestuous streak behind him to some extent, his last red card came 15 months ago. Yes, a long time ago, actually. Xhaka is still prone to the odd flashpoint and he still can't tackle. The former Borussia Mönchengladbach and Basel enforcers certainly appeared to stoke the flames during Switzerland's 3-2 World Cup group stage victory over old rival Serbia. Now, FIFA opening disciplinary proceedings after a tense and politically charged affair, according to The Guardian. And this is a sort of drama Rafa would rather the captain of Switzerland avoid, even if he does understand the quality of Xhaka brings to the team. He went on to say that Granit Xhaka is a leader, someone who makes this team better, says Rafa, one of the most influential footballer reporters in Switzerland. I realize what there is no longer an alternative to Xhaka. No one can hold a candle to him. He is the super figure. But for me, inverted commas, the role of a captain is not at all how Granit Xhaka behaves on the pitch. People are fed up with this behavior. I think the Swiss FA should say, Granit, we'll give the band to someone, that captain's armband it is, to someone else and build a second strong person in the team. This would not be intended as a demotion. It would relieve Xhaka. I don't know about that. would be good for the bigger picture and for the group. Now, Tobias Ridderman, a reporter for Switzerland publication 20 Minute, disagrees. He says the criticism coming Xhaka's way, he believes, is unfair, insisting that Xhaka's aggression and sometimes overspinning emotions are as much as strengths as they are weaknesses. He went on to say that apart from Shakira, Xhaka is the best footballer to wear the national team jersey. Vederman argues, especially in the emotional games, he always delivers. I have the feeling that he doesn't please everyone and that everyone is always waiting for the next mistake. I'd rather have a strong Xhaka on the field than someone who gives great interviews after the game. Well, he's fair enough. But I'm not here to stoke up anything over here. You know, my thoughts about Granit Xhaka, he's had a relatively good season. The season's not over yet. And the last red card 15 months ago. So he needs to continue in that vein there. It appears to help his cause as well as Arsenal's cause, the fact that he plays further up the pitch. He's less of a liability. And he's scoring some goals. But I don't know. From a Swiss point of view, I mean, they know better than me. I didn't watch the last game they played there, but yeah, I don't know. I think they'll probably need to keep him as the captain for Switzerland. He appears to play a lot better for his international team rather than Arsenal. But hey, who am I to talk about an armband to be taken away from a player? Granit Xhaka? I'm saying nothing. Anyhow, let's go on to the next news segment. What is the next news segment? Well, it's about this gentleman here. Where is he? There he is, Ben White. Ben White had a fight in the middle of the night. Yeah, Ben White breaks social media silence for the first time since leaving England's World Cup camp as the Arsenal defender prepares for the Premier League title charge. Also, defender Ben White has broken his silence with a brief social media post after unexpectedly leaving England's World Cup camp. Now, all I'm going to say is on his social media Instagram account, he typed, "We back, baby," and there's an emoji of a smiley face. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I know there's been some whisperings about him having a bust up with the England assistant manager or the assistant. And there's also been some talk about he's had some problems with the family. But I'm not going to get involved in that. But he says that we're back, baby. Okay, Benny Blanco, I guess you're back. And the last news segment. Yeah, Alexander Zinchenko talks about the gentleman on the right. Not the gentleman on the left. The gentleman on the left doesn't play football anymore. But yeah, Alexander Zinchenko says that he has been surprised by Eddie Nketiah's ability. Arsenal star Zinchenko has held Eddie Nketiah and claims that the Englishman's ability and quality really surprised him. Now, the Ukrainian joined the Gunners from Premier League champions Manchester City in the summer. Injuries have really troubled him, but he has been brilliant for Arsenal whenever he has played. He hasn't played that much, that's the problem. Now he has come out and raved about Nketiah, who hasn't started a Premier League game yet this season. Zinchenko, however, is very confident that Nketiah will step up, and so am I. He raved about the Arsenal number 14 and even revealed that he was surprised by his ability and quality when he saw him play. The Ukrainian told Sky Sports, "Since I came here, Nketiah has been amazing. Honestly, even watching him last season, I was surprised a lot because the ability and quality he has is incredible. He has an amazing potential and future for sure. The way he works so hard, like Gabriel Jesus." Actually, I just added that bit on there. I've no doubt about him for sure. He's going to help the team as much as he can, and he understands the pressure now a little bit. He should realize how important he will be for the rest of the season. So there it is, right there in itself, in black and white and red and white. Zinchenko says that, Eddie Nketiah, he's got a lot of ability and a lot of quality. It's just a shame that he hasn't started a Premier League game this season. And I'm going to hold my hand up again. I'm going to say again that I would put some money on Eddie Nketiah scoring more goals than Gabriel Jesus. There, that's right. I said it. That's right. I said it. Go and tell your mum and your dad that Alex on Canal 4 TV said that Eddie Nketiah will score more goals than Gabriel Jesus. Anyhow, that's it. That is it. It's going to be a short show. I'm expecting a visitor, in about 45 minutes' time. At that time, Argentina versus Croatia game kicks off. Breathe, Alex, breathe. Anyhow. So that is it. We've not done any polling, I believe. Have we done a poll? Did we do a poll? I think we did do a poll, didn't we? Did we start? Look at no. The last poll was in regards to who can lead the front line now that Gabriel Jesus is going to be out for 3 months. And I think I spoke about it yesterday. Martinelli won the poll or the voting, 68%. So whilst we're talking about reading through the comments there, I need to think of the latest poll. Actually, do you know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I think I'll do it now. So the question I'm going to say is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line? Yes. So we'll put it out here. So let's do it now, live on air. Is Eddie across the Mersey ready to lead the line in Gabriel Jesus' absence? Oh, choose only one. That's going to upset a lot of people now, isn't it? So is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line in Gabriel Jesus' absence? It's just a straight yes or no. All right. Well, actually, let me do it the other way around. So yeah. Okay, and a no. So go there, go and have a vote. Have a vote. It's free, don't you know? It's free. All right. Let's have a look on our Twitter feed and see if there's been any comments thus far. Probably not. Everyone's probably half asleep and just thinking, you know what, I can't be bothered to look at Alex or listen to Alex. I'd rather wait at 7 o'clock UK time for Argentina versus Croatia. And who are you going for? Who do you think is going to win? Yeah, there's no comments there. So now I can go into the live chat for the first time on this Tuesday evening and read your comments. Anyway, let's go here first. So Lynn Simpson, good evening to you. Says good evening, Alex. Good evening to you, Lynn. I hope you're keeping nice and warm. It's a bit chilly here. Niall Kane says good evening, Alex. Niall, I hope you're keeping well, my friend. Say hello to your family from me, please. And now we can go here. This gas be to do with, well, yeah. Yeah, this has to be to do with Switzerland. Yeah. Again, I thought newsworthiness, maybe. They wanted him stripped of the captain's armband. I was thinking, well, anyway, it's to do with Switzerland, nothing to do with Arsenal. Amit, good evening to you, my friend. Also, I hope you are keeping well. Alex, if we finish, who's we? Who's we? Alex, if we finish fourth after the start and we had, will it be a failure for the team? No, it won't be a failure because no one, and I'm absolutely sure that no one could see Arsenal being 5 points clear, the top of the Premier League. No one. So I think we're probably, how can I say this? We're probably outdoing ourselves. We're performing above and beyond our expectations or Arsenal's expectations, if you understand what I mean. So it won't be a failure. I mean, top four, that still gives us Champions League football. Yeah. So yeah, and that's why you've got to think. Yeah, that marquee signing and Gabriel Jesus is out for 3 months. What more can you expect? So the minimum we expect from Arsenal would be to qualify in a Champions League spot. Now, what happens in the January transfer window is going to be a totally different story. Again, we've got to look at buying a central defensive midfielder. Beyond that, I would probably say go in the market and buy Ivan Toney if he wants to come to Arsenal. That's the minimum. central defensive midfielder, and a striker. I mean, to me, I've not seen Mikhailo Mudryk play. I haven't run to YouTube and said, okay, Mikhailo Mudryk, how the highlights of Mikhailo Mudryk. I've not done that. I've not seen the guy play, so I've got no idea. But for me, I'm saying Arsenal go in the market, a backup addition, central defensive midfielder and a striker, an additional striker, not a backup striker. That's just my view, and I'm sticking by it. But not a failure. Top four, not a failure. I feel that could have been frustrated, especially if was the best right back. Yeah, could be in the Premier League, according to some pundits. And then he's sitting on the bench watching players not fit coming on. Yeah. I was thinking what they were showing the players leaving the hotel, England that is. I thought, yeah, Trent Arnold didn't get a look in, did he, as well? I don't know whether Gareth Southgate will be even pondering or contemplating, to leave the position, managing England. But yeah, a lot of players, Ben White, I don't know what he's probably thinking. I think at that time, when we heard the news break about Ben White has now returned, he's not going to be coming back to the England camp. But wow, that's a bit strange. And there was some talk about there was some problem at home. And recently, I've heard that actually he had a bust up with the assistant. I can't remember the assistant's name. But listen, like he says, that he's back. He's back. And that's all that matters. Nketiah is not ready. Samuel, not ready for what? How do you know he's not ready? It said the stats there. The news says that he's not started a Premier League game. Not started. He's had minutes there, minutes here, but he's not started a Premier League game this season. No, Martinelli would be better. Okay. Arteta has overachieved with this team at the moment. That's the word, overachieved. However, in January, it will be down to how ambitious the Cronkies are. Okay, with that. Do you know what let's have a look at the poll and see. Let's see if you have voted. I'm asking you, you can come into live chat and talk about your thoughts about Eddie across the Mersey, but also vote. So the poll that was done 5 minutes ago, is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line in Gabriel Jesus' absence? Let me put up his picture again. Where is he? Is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line? Go and vote. Vote, vote, vote. Vote, 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 vote. Let's have a look here and see. So far, again, the question is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line in Gabriel Jesus' absence? Choose only one. We've had 16 votes. 31% of the votes have said, no, he's not ready. 69% says that actually Eddie Nketiah is ready. A red hot question right there. But yeah, I think you're right, Lynn. It'll be down to the Cronkies, Edu, and Arteta showing some ambition. See where they lie this time. Have they learned the lesson from last January? Again, like I said yesterday, the focus was only on Vlahovic. Just then Vlahovic. Couldn't get him, and there was no plan B. Let's see how ambitious they are this time around. All right. Scott! How is you, Scott? Hope you're keeping well. That's the way it is. He has to take his chances. And today he was not even championship level. Yeah, you're probably referring to Arsenal versus AC Milan. I didn't see the game. I know that we won. I couldn't tell you. I think was it Reece Nelson who scored? Reece Nelson. Don't know. But Scott, AC Milan are City are champions. They're no pushovers. And he did score. What was the other game that we played? I can't remember. But he scored the other day. He scored the other day. You know, he's got to take the chances. You're right. But I'm more concerned about giving this youngster consistent starts in the Premier League. For me, there is no excuse now. Gabriel Jesus is out for 3 months. Give Eddie Nketiah a chance. Give him a chance. That's all I say. I wanted to believe in Eddie, but it ain't looking good. Okay, all right, Scott. Right. Even Alex and the chat room. The assemble. It's been a long time. I hope you're keeping well. I know Nketiah isn't ready. I'm blessed with vision. Okay. Assemble. That's a good one. That's a good one. Eddie's ready 100%. A week says he has to be. I completely agree, and he showed he can end. He can end at the end of last season. Gotta give him. You know, when we're doing experiments with the children in the school, when they're doing science, fair testing, which means you keep elements of something consistent. Fair testing, and if you're going to change something, you know, I don't know, maybe you change him coming off. You know, after the second half, but fair testing means you give this youngster consistent start in the Premier League. I'm going to say fair test, 15 games start in the Premier League and see how he gets on. And the thing is, we've got no other choice. As it stands today, and we're in December, we've got no other choice, no other options. You know, I think Lynn said, start Martinelli in the middle. Eddie Nketiah coming off the left. Xhaka coming off the right. I think that's fair. That's fair. But we've got no other options as it stands. Unless Arsenal are going to blow us away and they're going to go in the market and buy a striker that we never heard of. But for me, we've got to believe in Eddie Nketiah. And as Tide says there, Eddie's ready. £100,000 a week says he has to be. Forget about the number 14 shirt. Forget about that. Do you think the Man City players have been mentally impacted from the failures in the World Cup? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I think Gabriel Jesus must be devastated because in the last World Cup he didn't score any goals, and on the form going into this World Cup, not scored in 10 games, I thought he was quite fortunate. But, you know, having, you know, a knee injury, knee ligament injury, I mean, that must be devastating to him. But I wouldn't have thought so. De Bruyne, Belgium, the golden age of that Belgian team there, I was thinking, golden age? You must have won something. To put that in parentheses, in brackets, and say that Belgian team there, you know, the golden age, they just don't go together. Don't go together. So, you know, I think from what I heard, Kevin De Bruyne came out and said, actually, you know, the team is too old. We can't win anything. And I think it is what it is. But when it comes to playing for Man City, Tired, do you know Pep? He demands 100% and 100% from the players. And if you're not up to the task, he'll get another player to come in and give him 100%. But impacted, they're professionals. The professionals, you know, and as much as, you know, I don't support England, the players will get over that in time. They have to get over it in time because they're paid to do a job, to undertake their duties. And their duties are to defend, to come in the midfield, and to score goals, or to save shots. Paid professionals. And all this talk about, Harry Kane. I heard from various YouTube channels that Harry Kane is a professional. We know that, and he will overcome it. He will be reminded that he missed a penalty. But you're talking about Man City players. I don't think they would have been affected by the failures, in the World Cup. I don't think so. And if they are, like I said, I'm sure Pep Guardiola will remind them, forget about the World Cup. You are now with us in Man City. There's a job to be done here. We're 5 points behind Arsenal, so get yourselves in check. But yeah, Scott says, "Good, thanks. Hope you're well." Yes, we are well. Thank you, Scott. Nketiah was isolated today. This is the difference. Nketiah can't do what Jesus does. It isn't the goals we need him to be able to do the dirty work, and he is much more of a poacher, the fox in the box. He is, but I've seen Eddie Nketiah run. I've got to put up the stats actually, Eddie Nketiah, so we can have that debate there. Do you think Zinchenko keeps getting injured and should now we should be worried? We should have been worried before, because I did a short segment featuring his list of injuries, and boy, did he have a lot of injuries. I don't know if I still have them here. Probably got rid of them. Let's see, Zinchenko. No, I deleted it. Did I delete it? Let's have a look. Personally, I would be worried, but Arteta would not be worried. No, yeah, I deleted the list of injuries that Zinchenko had before he came to us, and now that he's with us. Wonderful when he plays, but again, a player is no use to us. Obviously, if he's injured, no use. I would be worried. Arteta is not worried. He's not worried. Yes, they are, but AC Milan played a weak team. I really like Eddie, though, but I'm slightly concerned. All right, slightly concerned, Scott. All right, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about Eddie Nketiah, because we base his performance on bit starts. A few minutes here, a few minutes there, and everyone thinks, oh, but no, he started. He hasn't started in the Premier League games this season. He hasn't started. Okay, he started games, in the Europa League, and I think he scored, is it 3 goals in five games, which is a not bad return. But then you're looking at Gabriel Jesus, the marquee signing of the season, has not scored a goal in 10 games, people, and he's a striker. For me, I just don't understand why Eddie Nketiah gets given a hard time by the fan base. He's only had bit starts. Gabriel Jesus has not had bit starts. He started games, has not scored in 10 games. Oops. Tied. You'd think so on the wages. We're going to find out soon. Yeah. The proof is in the pudding. Actually, the proof is in the tasting of the pudding. As for your poll, I will ask you a question, Alex. Okay, ask me the question. Would any other top 4 club have Eddie leading the line? I think not. Well, this is why squad depth will come into play. Quality squad depth, because you're going to look at suspensions. You're going to have to look at injuries, and you're going to have to look at players who might be unhappy at life at whichever club it is. So squad depth will come into play. So I guess you're probably right. He probably wouldn't get to play in top 4, top 5 teams, but the sample that we have of Eddie Nketiah is not fair, because he has not started any Premier League games this season. He hasn't started. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. And Scott says, I agree. Okay. I have the same question. Why is Zinchenko always injured? Do you know what, Scott? My question wouldn't be why is Zinchenko always injured? My question would be why have we bought a player who has a terrible injury history or history of being injured? Why have we bought a player like that? That's the question I'll be asking. Has Smith-Rowe played any games yet? No, we're going to be seeing him in the new year. In the new year, we won't be seeing him this side of 2022. More likely end of January, beginning of February. But he's not played any games yet. Scott, I might upset some people here. I couldn't care less. I don't support England. I don't support England. I support Central and South American international teams. My wife is Colombian. I don't support England. So for me, I couldn't really care less. What I would say is, Scott, is that I find it interesting that he picks players that he's loyal to, but managers are like that. They will pick certain players who are loyal to them. And I'm looking at Maguire, Man United, £80 million defender. And on Saturday, he had a really good game. Really good game. But I'm thinking that he's got so much talent in the squad there. But the problem is the fine details, isn't it? If you don't score, you can't win. If you don't take opportunities, a penalty, you cannot expect to win. So it's the fine details. Yeah, those two elements there. Southgate, again, it's like he's like a kid in a sweet shop, sport for choice, but he's not sure which sweets he should be going for in the sweet shop. Yeah, and it's the fine details. Euros, those players didn't prepare the players. It was a last-minute thing, taking the penalties, and this time around, again, the Achilles heel has been the penalties and the fine details. But Southgate in or out, I couldn't really care less. Yeah, Smith-Rowe not played yet. Yeah, I will see him in January or maybe more like it in early February. Scott, I give in. Why? Players are like that. Players are like that. Always getting injured, but you look at a product. All right, you're thinking, oh, okay, the product looks nice, but does it work? It doesn't work. Why are we going to buy the product if the product doesn't work? Or it's had some problems in the past. You're going to buy a TV that always, doesn't work when you're watching the World Cup. No, you're not, are you? So why are we going to buy the TV? I really don't understand. Maybe the training is hardcore at Arsenal. No, Scott. Let me look again. Zinchenko has a long history of being injured. A long history. And I'm saying even before he came to Arsenal, Scott. So that's Arsenal not doing their due diligence. Players are no use to us. I don't care whether, it's a Martinelli or a Jesus or a Thomas Partey. They're no use to us if they're always injured. Scott, I think it's wear and tear injuries in hamstrings, etc. But the real question has to be why are, in my honest opinion, because Nketiah is more of a poacher coming in off from the left. He is much more likely to be those spaces rather than trying to do what Jesus does, and that is why I prefer Martinelli. Liam, we've got to get you on the show, man. They always said Francis Jeffers, you was the fox in the box. Yeah, I remember how that turned out. I think it's Zaha time. Not for me. Not for me. Why do Arsenal always seem to buy players with these sort of medical history? I don't know. I don't know. It's like, bargain basement, problem players, histrionics. You know what? It's like Real Madrid almost never sell their best players. Man City almost never sell their best players. So I'm thinking, is this the reason why they gave us, well, that we brought Zinchenko? They were so happy to see the back of Zinchenko. And Gabriel Jesus at some point would come up against a brick wall, which he has, not scored in 10 games. I know what you mean, but what Gabriel Jesus brings to the team is outstanding. I really want to see Martinelli up front. So do I. So do I. I think it's time. I think it's time. Yes. Yes, sick note. The original sick note. Wasn't it Darren Anderton at the Spuds? Madison deserved a chance. I bought Jude Bellingham from my FIFA, only 35 million. Yeah, I tell you what a quality player, man. How he would fit in so well in Arsenal. Quality. Cost a lot of money, though. Alex, do you, Ivan Tony, you had a laugh after seeing Harry Kane miss actually, I had a little laugh myself because I was thinking, actually, because I went to my friend's house to watch it. Actually, it was my wife and myself. And my friend is of African ancestry. And the country comes from, I can't remember, but they speak French there. I thought, okay, I'm going to knock on the door. I'm going to see my friend, wearing the French top. He's wearing the England top. I was thinking, right, okay. Then came time for the penalty. I said to my friend, you know what? Second penalty, Harry Kane is going to score, only for him to sky the ball over the bar. Roberto Baggio. Who remembers Roberto Baggio? Was it World Cup? Was it 94 World Cup or 98? Yes, I thought, he's going to score for Italy. Pow! Over the bar. And for me, Alex, Southgate has really good pace up front, and both the keepers can't play out from the back, or the back four are too slow. And until these players can get the ball to the front three, we won't win. But you say that, but it's the fine margin, and as well as I thought the referee was probably the worst referee I've seen in a long time. The worst referee. And it's like, just sometimes thinking, it's like the referee was scared to make the decisions because it was a stone cold penalty. He didn't need to go to VAR. You see, Hernandez literally just like, was it assaulted Mason Mount? I was thinking, what, do you need to go to VAR? And then like the players were saying, actually, it should be a red card. And like it's like he was saying, oh yes, I need to give a card. I was thinking, this referee, where have you come from, man? But for me, it's not about these things, Erling. It's the fine margins. Oh, someone's just sent me a message here. Ah, right, okay. Oh, so oh my goodness. What else can you say there? But you say that, but I think the style of play that England play in tournaments, it suits them, which is why they got to the final of 2020 Euros, quarterfinals, the World Cup. But it's just the fine margins. Nothing about the defenders coming out playing slow and the goalkeepers. It's the fine margins. And actually, they came up against who? France, who are the world, the champions. Yeah, but I don't know. Hilarious. Zinchenko bought a Stanley cover because Stanley's always You couldn't make it up, could you, Tired? You couldn't make it up. I was thinking, all right, okay, and I remember Tierney, I think he spoke last year. He said that the Arsenal fans have been so good to him because he came, with a history of being injured. He was injured when he came to Arsenal, but the fans were quite patient. And then we were thinking, Zinchenko. And I did a show, spoke about Zinchenko. I actually researched his sick note history. I was thinking, it's so big. So big. God, goodness. On a different note, who do you think? he's better, Brady or Fabregas? I was having a strong debate with my friend on this. I went for Brady. We're tired. If you don't know, you should know. I'll tell you now that Liam Brady is my hero. He's my hero. And I actually just received a message from one of my contributors who's just giving some information about Brady. Liam Brady interjected that he is not a big club. But for me, it's always going to be Liam Brady. Always Liam Brady. Chippy, Liam Chippy Brady. And I went to see him last year. Yeah, an evening with Liam Brady, and I got to ask the big man, the main man, a question. So for me, it's easy. Liam Brady. Yeah, left Arsenal after we beat Man United in the FA Cup final. The first FA Cup I saw Arsenal win. And the only player that I ever cried for when he left Arsenal. And I've not cried for anybody since because they're not worth the tears. But easier for me, Liam Brady. What was the cost of the foreign City player? As I'm sure Arsenal can't afford for the peer of them being out at the same time. Yeah, Zinchenko. Oh my goodness. And Jesus. I've got a headache. I've got a headache now. No, you mentioned Baggio. Yeah, Roberto Baggio. Martinelli reminds me of him. Kinda. It's just lacking the was it the ponytail? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what he's doing now, Roberto Baggio. Why was Rob Holding not cleared out of Arsenal? I hope trustee is given squad depth. Squad depth, tired. You know, we can't afford to be selling players. You know, unless we're gonna if we're gonna have a clear out, then these players will need to be replaced. We can't be like getting rid of and again the squad number is going to be going further down. But squad depth. As you need a better reference for Italy. Simeone's penalty was bad too, if you remember. Yeah, okay, all right. All right, Amit. All right. my memory. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Liam Chippy Brady all the way. So before I head out, because again, I'm expecting a visitor in just like 10 minutes time, let's check out for the final time the poll question that we put out. Is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line in Gabriel Jesus' absence? Choose only one. And oh my goodness, is it close? It's all so cold. It's all close. Very, very close. We've had 79 votes in the space of 30 minutes, half an hour. And oh my goodness, we've had 5 thumbs up and 1 comment. I need to read the comment when I've gone off the air. 49% of you say now Eddie Nketiah is not ready, but 51% of you say that he is ready. He's got to be ready. He must be ready. Anyhow, we've got to refresh it. One more. Okay, 80 now, 80 votes. And do you know what's happened? Level pegging. Split down the middle. 50-50. I think I know which direction this one's going. Okay, alrighty. You did not cry for Ashley Cole or I cried in anger when Cashley Cole left Arsenal because he was saying a measly. How much was it? Arsenal were offering him, and Nasri, of course, left. But the thing is about Nasri and Cashley Cole, they were more successful. They won more things when they left Arsenal, and you can't debate that, innit? Cashley Cole, Sami Nasri, they won the Premier League, innit, when they left Arsenal. So yeah, when they left, I cried tears of anger. Mercenaries. Mercenaries. We can't afford to sell these players, but we can afford to loan players out. Or yeah, we can. But like I said, Semble, again, if we're going to clear out, we've got to have replacements in place of these players. And I've got to say, I do like Rob Holding. Not the fancies of players. I'm never going to forget, was it 2017 when we won the FA Cup and he had Per Mertesacker as his mentor and how he bossed Diego Costa. Thinking, are you mental? Are you mental? Radio rental, mental. I'm never going to forget that. And squad numbers, depth. We need strength and depth. Yeah, Europa League, FA Cup competitions, the Premier League. It's a long old season. Anyway, I think we're finished. Methinks we have finished. Unless there's any more questions. Any more questions? Let me just refresh this one more time. I think I know what's going to happen. Let's have a look. Oh, we have now jumped 8 more votes in 3 minutes. Is Eddie Nketiah ready to lead the line in Gabriel Jesus' absence? Choose only one. And it's going the other way now. 51% of you believe that Eddie Nketiah is not ready. 49% of you, I'm on the 49%, says that he is ready. Oh my goodness. Anywho, do you know what? We have come to an end on this enjoyable Tuesday evening show over here, even though it's a little bit chilly. Scott, good to see you in the live chat again. Again, say hello to your family from everyone on Canon 4 TV. Amit, I know literally work. I remember back in the day, you was like in a live chat like nobody's business. Yeah, and you were a member. Now you're no longer a member. What's happening there? But that's down to me because I do need to get the content for the paid members. Yeah, somewhere up there, not somewhere down there. I think it's one more comment. The only player I felt bad was Santi Cazorla and Thierry, both for separate reasons. Yeah. And Scott says, good to catch up. Nice one, Geezer. All right, so we are out of here. I will be back tomorrow evening, probably same time, same place, just a different day, and it will still be cold outside. Forget about subscribing. Don't bother to subscribe. Just click the like button. That, for me, that will make me feel good. It's still free. Yeah, to click the like button. Don't worry about subscribing. Don't subscribe. No, don't subscribe. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyhow, it's over. Oh, one more thing. There is a video currently running parallel with me about Mikhailo Mudryk. The latest news about Mikhailo Mudryk. A silly season. Really silly season. Anyhow, this has been Canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.